Every time we connect with agency owners, and we speak to many of them, they always tell us about one fundamental aspect vital to agency growth. And this always comes back to the culture piece. Your culture has an impact on multiple touch points, from employee satisfaction to customer satisfaction, productivity, and your bottom line. According to Apollo Technical, 74% of employees in the US believe that company culture is one of the biggest contributing factors to job satisfaction. And companies with high job satisfaction outperform low satisfaction companies by 202%. So how do you foster a strong and positive agency culture, one that makes your employees feel and perform their best at work? Our interviews with marketing agency executives uncovered 3 impactful tactics used by successful agencies to strengthen company culture. Number 1, create a supportive environment. Number 2, nurture collaborative culture. And number 3, incentivize and motivate. Let's dig into each. An agency is only as good as the people behind it, and creating a supportive and nurturing environment is a crucial aspect of attracting and retaining employees.
We have a really good team, and I think that's something that we promote, that nobody's an island. We all work within each other. So if there is a problem or a big project, there's no one here that will say, well, that's their department. That's not my department. I feel like anybody would come in the conference room and chip in. I mean, we've done things such as get clients their customers Christmas gifts. And it's not unusual for us to be in the conference room with somebody from each department just trying to work out an issue. You have somebody from IT because there's some component of their website that has to be tweaked. You have somebody from content. You have somebody from social media, somebody from PR. So, we're not silos. We're really all working together.
A big part of it is transparency in terms of just being really honest with each other. So making sure that our team knows that if they have got too much on their plate, that they can always reach out to us and just say, hey, I'm stressed. Can you help me?
You want your employees to feel engaged and have their ideas heard, something that Vortala takes pride in doing.
I make sure we meet as a team. Every 2 weeks we get together for a team meeting. I actually have one this afternoon to get us all in the same room, so to speak. I encourage ideas. I want collaboration, especially SEO, things change almost daily. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Joy Hawkins says this, what do you think? You know what I mean? And I encourage that discussion.
A big part of what we do with our culture as well is just giving them a lot of wiggle room to kind of come up with their own strategy, to kind of look after their own schedule as well, so that they can kind of feel like they are not being micromanaged. We have a lot of trust in them to, do the right thing, and also, that we trust that they'll do the right thing by the client, and we trust in their skills as well to do the job that they've been given.
You have to be investing in your people and your culture to grow your agency, which will then translate to your clients. The other thing is trust people and processes. So talk about trust again, and that's our number 1 core value here, which is really important because we are in a remote workplace.
Transparency and incentives can go a long way in motivating your agency team. Oliver Wood from PWD tells us what worked for his agency.
I approached a business consultancy firm and said, hey, I'm getting really, really tired of carrying the weight and the pressure of revenue and our targets, etc. on my shoulders. It's like, I just feel like I'm constantly driving, and I kind of want it to be more of a group effort. And so from that, a incentive scheme was born, and the incentive scheme scared the hell out of me the first time I saw it, because I'm like, holy, where's all this money going to come from? At the moment, it just looks like a massive cost. You're saying to me that every quarter I'm going to give each employee over $2,000. And he's like, yeah. And he said, but they're going to help you hit your target. So the first quarter we did it, we hit it. Second quarter we did it, we hit it. It went from, my accounting, my books, my revenue, my gross profit, my net profit, all of those, which I used to keep very guarded and protected, as you probably do as a business owner, because, that's you sort of feel that you've got to keep that under lock and key. Every Wednesday at 1:00, I put it up on the big screen and everybody can see the figures. The revenue target means that they get a trip or an outing. That's done on a quarterly basis. So that might be going to Rottnest, that might be going paintballing, crazy golf, whatever it is. They get to pick and choose that and organize it themselves. And of course, the company pays for that night out. I had one recently, which was Holy Moly Golf in Northbridge. And it was like herding cats at midnight. But good fun, really, really good fun. And then the revenue is if they hit the slightly higher target, and they're not too far apart, it means they actually get a share of that income. So it's pretty cool. And what it did do is it just created this sort of bonding group tribalness, which was unexpected. And, if you were to come to my office, there was a bit of dislike almost for each other, because it's like, they're not doing their job, you're not doing yours, you guys are noisy, you just, etc. And once that incentive scheme went into play, a lot of that stopped. it was like, no, we're in this together. You know, if we work together, we're going to achieve this together. We win together, we lose together. And it just transformed the mentality of the company. So it was less individuals, more team, and worked really well. It's a big leap of faith, and any agency owner that's thinking of doing it, you know, I'd highly recommend it, but you do need to have a real handle on your numbers before you go down that path.
And even with all that, it can still be a challenge to foster and maintain a great company culture, especially with the remote work trend that is popular across agencies.
Because I can't physically see them. If I could, you know, I might know when something's wrong or when they're stressed or overwhelmed or they may need some help. So in a remote workplace, you have to be really intentional about, you know, checking in, make sure we're communicating with each other, offering opportunities for, you know, communicating and collaborating to kind of keep that culture in check, I guess.
Fortunately, some agencies have found some creative ways to bring employees together, whether remote or not.
We do team building. We went to Dave & Buster's a few weeks ago, just, you know, shut down on a Friday, and like, I think at 1 o'clock I went for lunch and games. We've gone to like Board and Brush, and everybody, you know, it's a company team building where you build your own wood thing, personalize it on their own. We try to celebrate everybody's birthdays in the office, or graduations, or we just had a baby shower a little while ago.
We try to do things like we have like a 1 day a month where we all work from my home office, and we try to make it fun. So we go out for like a team lunch, and we usually film reels all day.
The company culture is what streamlines a well-run agency for long-term growth and success. And it's essential that you fine-tune your culture and align it with your agency values. Have a look at our blog post for more details on building an agency that cares about their employee satisfaction. Thanks for watching. And for more marketing agency tips, check out this video right here.